Hello, Lucas Nation fans and Lester fans, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another exciting Lucas Chat podcast with your host, Tairus Lester. Now, I want to welcome everyone back for the Lucas Chat podcast. This is the Season 5 kickoff weekend, and yesterday we had uploaded Lucas Chat podcast Season 5 kickoff with Kennedy Lucas. He talked about the #1 anime of Dagashi Kashi, and today we're here to talk about Trinity 7. Now, before we get to the podcast, we want to thank everyone for staying tuned for our podcast, because I know Season 5, that's a huge accomplishment. I remember me coming in Season 3, we were able to have it. I came in Season 3 and I saw the vision of what we were trying to do with this podcast show, and I'm really glad to be doing my own hosting on today and have my own sort of hosting. It's still going to be called Lucas Chat Podcast, hence the K.L.P. Entertainment. He owns the company, so it's only fitting, but I'm really thankful to be having my own little subject. Now, we're not going to have this forever. It's going to do a two-man show on the podcast one of these days in the Season 5. But as for the Season 5 kickoff, we wanted to sort of separate. Please be sure to stay tuned next week as I talk about the hit movie Central Intelligence. We're going to be doing that podcast over that next week. But today, we're here to talk about Trinity 7. This is the #2 seed for anime over at K.L.P. Entertainment. You guys can go to the website of www.lucas94.com/KLPE. You can see the top winner up for the anime, of course. Kennedy, he mentioned this in his weekend vlog show. We're going to be reviewing all 3 of the anime episodes and all 3 of the shows. We're not going to just do the #1 top pick anime anymore. We're going to do all 3. So we're here to do Trinity 7. Now, Trinity 7 is different because it's more of your shooter, not so much of your mecha, but it's your shooter, not so much of your fan service, but you have badass girls fighting into the story, and it's really good. Now, let me read you the plot here. It says, Arata Katsuga, again, me and Kennedy, we cannot pronounce these names correctly, but we try to. So Arata's lived a normal life together with his cousin and childhood friend, Hijiri, in a small town. However, everything has changed on the day of the Black Sun. The Black Sun caused the breakdown phenomenon which destroyed the town where he lives and took Hijiri away. As Hijiri starts disappearing, she hangs out with Grimoire to his neck, asking it to protect Kosuga, Haruta. Kosuga is their last name, but Haruta, desperate on losing Hijiri and all his other friends and family. Arata asks for his words of to be good again, which leads to Grimoire artificially reconstructing his normal life and making him forget the destruction of the city and Hijiri's disappearance. Lilith, a mage, is set to investigate the ruins as she finds the powerful spell in their steed. She makes Haruta remember the actual events, and consequently, the spell is broken. Not without the Grimoire telling him that Hijiri is alive, Haruta decides that his only option is to become a Mangus himself so he could rescue Hijiri, and he thus joins the Royal Babalea Academy, a secret school for Mangs that deals with magical issues around the world. Now, you guys can pretty much see just by reading the plot description that the show is exciting. This is one of the shows that came out this year. It's been released out for 2016. March 25th, 2015 to be exact. But we started watching and reviewing it over the last this summer 2016. It was written by Kinji Saito, illustrated by Akanari Noai. and published by Fujimi Shobo. Of course, Funimation has picked this up, hence that it has a dubbed version of the show. The studio was the Seven Arcs Pictures. That is a new, to K.L.P Entertainment, that studio is very new. I can't wait to see what more anime shows they could do for the studio, but having that out is very, very exciting. My take on it, the colors are very, very good. As you guys can see, you guys can pre-order its DVD, but the characters, they're hot. Let me just say, the characters are hot, and the colors into the show is very good, and it's a good show. It's not boring at all to where you lose the plot and you just want to, just not watch the show anymore or cancel the show. But this show is one of those shows where you get more involved into it, and you get into it as you watch further along other episodes within the show. Like I do say again, the color is good, and we saw this and it's like, okay, this is a show I want to do the podcast over, because me as an anime watcher, seeing this show is very colorful and I like it. Within the show, there's so many characters. I do like a show that has a lot of characters. I don't like shows with fewer characters, because I like to have a kind of a diversity between two different characters or more characters. So we have a total of, let's see this count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 characters within the show that all has a purpose. Of course, we're going to go through the characters that we are very familiar with, and then we're going to go back and do the voice actors that are somewhat new to us. The first character that comes to mind is played by Selena Sherlock. Selena Sherlock is the character with the gold hair, played by Brittany Krabowski. K.L.P Entertainment, me and Kennedy, we know Brittany Krabowski, not personally, but we know the voice acting and good styles that she has. She is one of the veterans for voice acting, because she played in so many other shows like Angel Beats and Shuffle and We Gotta HK and a certain Railgun S, and so many more shows like I Love Shinibyo, which we're watching season 2 of right now, down to AKB 0048. So as you guys can see, she is a veteran when it comes to voice acting. She really made her career known, and to see her voicing again for this show is stellar, and she has a stellar record. Right here we do have a cast list here in the studio. She also played in Clannad. Back when we watched that show back in 2011, I think it was 2011 was when they started watching it. Again, I didn't come at that time, but I know we had a list of shows that they've seen. Of course, Infinite Stratus, Cecilia Alcott. So she get to express her British, I guess it was British, her British voice acting a little bit in that show. Little Busters, I haven't seen Little Busters, but I probably should. And that's pretty much the shows that I've seen that I know she's in, and to see that she's playing back again for this show is really good. I did watch a little bit of High School DxD before I came onto the Lucas Chat podcast. Jade Saxton is coming back. She plays the Grimoire, the little book thing that they have. She plays in that. She was a cast in Absolute Duo. They're saying Bakken Test. I haven't seen Bakken Test as of yet, but we will. Bakken Key. We wrapped up Bakken Key the last summer, the season 2. That was a good show to watch. As we go on down to Kali Mazur, if I pronounce her last name right, I remember seeing AKB 0048. That's the one show I know her from. And she also has a killer record as well when it comes to animation. There's so many shows she played on. I want to do these voice actors collect the DVD of the animes that they were on, because this she will have quite the collection. Um, Quite the collection, really. It's very good. Um, Down to, I think that's pretty much the voice actors that is the veterans. Now we're going to go down to the newbies that I know of. Lilith is the teacher, the girl with the purple hair, the main teacher. Um, AKB 0048, the next stage. Remember seeing that. Infinite Stratus, voice acting, special side character. She has a record as well, but I haven't really seen her as much. Myra Yamana, played by Chelsea Gertie, down to Hijiri Kosuka, played by Kira Vincent Davis, down to the Headmaster G, played by Craig Daly. So within the show, guys, you guys would not be disappointed in watching this show, because this is the show that really gets you going. My take on the show, again, is the color is really good. As we both, me and Kennedy both review anime and to produce it out for the podcast, we always look for a graphic style. Seeing down that Dagashi Kashi has a good color style, Trinity 7 has a good color style, and even Love Shinibyo, the season 2 Heartthrob, has a good coloring style. It's all about graphics when you're performing a good anime. We never really like to watch anime that's from the old days or just have bad color, because it's boring, it's not fresh, and it turns anime watchers off and makes them want to watch something else. The dialogue is very, very good. They must have really studied really hard on their scripts, because there's a lot going on to this show. You really want to watch the show from episode 1. If you don't watch from episode 1, you're going to end up getting lost and not knowing what's going on. So it's always good importance to watch episode 1, in particular of this show, so you know what's going on in the show, you know how it's developing, you know how the characters are involved, and you won't be lost when watching this series. So, when ranking these shows, it's very hard to pick a show that's number one, because we decide, and we just got to make sure which one really has that niche. So I'm really proud to be reviewing this for the number 2 seed is Trinity 7. So this is the show I would recommend for all of you guys watching from K.L.P. Entertainment. So that pretty much wraps up the podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to stay tuned and watch the Lucas Chat Podcast Season 5 Kickoff show with the host, Kennedy Lucas. He's reviewing Dagashi Kashi. If you have missed it, go back and watch it, because with that podcast, he has so much to say. And we'll wait for number 3's recording very shortly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. As right now, I'm Tairus Lester, logging out.